Today on Public Eye News, former Michigan Attorney General Mike Cox announces his bid for governor, and later, a Gladstone man is arrested on numerous charges, including weapons offenses.
Bianca Kroll will have a weather forecast for the next couple days. Later, JT Tamag will bring you today's sports breakdown. I'm Luke Niddle.
And I'm Toby Camilli, and this is Public Eye News. Former Michigan Attorney General Mike Cox announced his bid for governor in 2026, with Governor Gretchen Whitmer's term coming to an end. Cox served as Attorney General for Michigan from 2003 to 2011. Cox will be running as a Republican. In the primary, he will face off against names such as Senate Leader Eric Nesbitt and U.S. Representative John James. If Cox wins the primary, he could run against Democrats like Secretary of State Jocelyn Benson, Lieutenant Governor Garland Gilchrist II, or Detroit Mayor Mike Duggan. Cox stated after announcing his run that citizens should not stand for what he called radical politicians and woke bureaucrats. The Michigan State Police are joining forces with the DEA for National Prescription Drug Take-Back Day. On Saturday, April 26, from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., all 31 Michigan State Police posts will collect expired, unused, and unwanted prescription pills with no questions asked. Liquids, patches, inhalers, and syringes won't be accepted. Colonel James Grady says that springtime is the perfect time to clean out medicine cabinets and that proper drug disposal saves lives. If you miss the event, you can still anonymously drop off pills at any Michigan State Police post on weekdays. For more information, go to dea.gov.
A Delta County man has been arraigned before two Upper Peninsula District courts after a dual county investigation and an attempted escape of authorities. Hunter Gallagher, 24, was arraigned in the 57th District Court of Allegan on 4 felonies, including carrying a concealed weapon, possession of a firearm by a felon, resisting/obstructing a police officer, and felony firearm. Gallagher was then transferred to the 94th District Court in Escanaba, where he was arraigned on 5 more felony charges, including criminal sexual conduct of the first degree, kidnapping, assault with intent to do great bodily harm less than murder, assault with a dangerous weapon, and felony firearm. The bond for the Gladstone man is currently set at $500,000 with preliminary conditions. And Northern Michigan University recently hosted their 2025 Faculty and Staff Recognition Celebration, honoring a large portion of NMU. Categories included Excellence in Service, Individual Innovation, and Innovation Team Awards. Of the Team Awards sections, categories included Global UP Education Abroad, FAFSA Navigation, Alumni Friday Initiative, My Way North, and recognition for the Superior Dome Showdown, the October 13th matchup between NMU and Michigan State basketball. The event also honored employees crossing years of service milestones and recently retired employees. For a full list of all nominees and recipients, go to nmu.edu/HR/recognition-celebration. And Texas public health officials report another 5 measles cases, adding to the astounding triple-digit outbreak across the state. Now, CDC scientists are saying numbers are likely even greater than we know. CBS's Jared Hill has the latest.
Vaccine clinic in rural Texas.
It's been a little bit nerve-wracking the last few months because he couldn't get the shot yet.
A sigh of relief for Walker's mom. At 10 months, he's finally old enough for vaccination.
I tried to get in here as quick as I could to give him some protection because it's scary. I mean, 2 children have died.
Both unvaccinated. More than 560 cases of measles have been reported in Texas so far this year, making up most of the more than 700 across the country. During a regular meeting of the CDC's Advisory Committee on Immunizations, a senior CDC scientist said the outbreak is likely even bigger.
In talking with families, they may mention prior cases that have recovered and never received testing. Other families that may have cases and never had sought treatment.
Dr. Catherine Wells is the public health director for Lubbock, Texas. The state is pulling resources from other parts of its health department to respond to measles.
Just statistically, we're going to see more individuals needing to be hospitalized.
The CDC is now scraping to find staff to help as well after massive cuts at the agency. Health Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr., in an interview with CBS News chief medical correspondent Dr. John LaPook, encouraged people to get vaccinated.
My position is people should get the measles vaccine, but if that the government should not be mandating those.
And a parent about face after once writing that measles vaccines are, quote, unnecessary and risky. Jared Hill, CBS News.
Now don't touch that dial. We'll be right back with your weather and statewide news after this break.
Watching the fungi move nutrients right now.
Every plant, every animal has a different role in the whole ecosystem.
The mystery.
The real mushroom is underground, making long filaments connecting to the trees.
And the wonder.
You can feel the presence of everything that is needed to keep us alive.
Decoding the secrets of the forest on Nova.
Tonight at 9 on WNMU TV.
And welcome back to Public Eye News. I'm Bianca Kroll, and here's our weather forecast for today. Now looking at the roof cam here on campus, it's looking really beautiful outside. No clouds in the sky. It's sunny and beautiful, and that beautiful snow that hit us is gone. Now looking to the UP here, it's all sunny across the UP with those beautiful temps. Starting off in Houghton, it is 42, in Ironwood 44, Iron Mountain 48, and in Menominee 43. Now looking to the other side of the UP over here, in Escanaba, it is 45. Manistee also sitting at 45. Sault Ste. Marie 37, and back here in beautiful Marquette is also 37. Looking deeper into those current conditions, the winds are northeast at 10 miles per hour, and our barometric pressure is 30.15 inches and rising. And looking into tonight, we're having some partly cloudy skies with a low of 29. The winds south-southeast at 8 miles per hour, and our moon faces the waning gimbus. And looking into tomorrow, we're going to see some partly cloudy skies with a high tide of 54, a low of 44, and the winds south at 21 miles per hour. And looking ahead into this beautiful weekend, we're going to see those high temperatures. On Friday, a high of 49 with some partly cloudy skies and a low of 32. On Saturday, a high of 38 with some cloudy skies and a low of 29. And on Sunday, a high of 48 with some more partly cloudy skies and a low of 36. That's all I have for the weather. Now back to the desk.
Thank you for that weather update, Bianca. Very nice to see sunny skies across the UP. Haven't seen that in a while. Now on to your statewide news. Michigan Attorney General Dana Nessel is joining a coalition of 22 other attorneys general to oppose proposed federal changes to the Affordable Care Act. The group warns that the changes could cause up to 2 million Americans to lose coverage in 2026 and bar deferred action for childhood arrivals recipients from buying insurance through the Affordable Care Act. Nessel says that the move would raise out-of-pocket costs for everyone, and the proposal shortens open enrollment and allows insurers to deny coverage for a missed premium without notifying the consumer. Nessel says that Michiganders deserve better. And National Work Zone Awareness Week is set to kick off Monday, April 21st with the theme, Respect the Zone so we all get home. In 2024, Michigan saw over 6,000 work zone crashes, resulting in 16 deaths, including 3 workers and 13 motorists. Officials say that many of these tragedies could have been prevented with focused driving. Governor Gretchen Whitmer is urging drivers to respect work zones to protect everyone's safety. A statewide event will be held on April 28th to raise awareness, and residents are encouraged to wear orange on April 23rd to show support on the matter. Learn more about what you can do to help at michigan.gov/drive. And a Democratic senator from Maryland is on his way to El Salvador in hopes of visiting the man mistakenly deported and held in prison there. Meanwhile, a federal judge said she's seen no evidence that the Trump administration is complying with a Supreme Court order on the case. Natalie Brand has more.
This is about the rule of law. This is about due process.
Senator Chris Van Hollen of Maryland left for El Salvador this morning, where he hopes to speak to government officials about Kilmer Abrego Garcia, mistakenly deported last month.
We are not going to stop fighting for his return until he is actually released.
Administration attorneys say they would facilitate Abrego Garcia's return as the Supreme Court ordered, but maintain it's up to El Salvador to release him. And officials say if he is returned, he will face deportation again.
If somehow he comes back and that happens, he's going to be detained and removed again.
The administration continues to say Abrego Garcia is an MS-13 gang member based on allegations from a confidential informant. His attorney and family dispute it.
Our family is torn apart during this scary time, and our children miss their dad so much.
In a separate high-profile case, CBS News was there as federal agents took green card holder and Palestinian activist Mohsen Madawi into custody during a citizenship appointment. Attorneys for the Columbia University student told CBS News that federal agents cited a rarely used law allowing deportations if the Secretary of State decides someone poses adverse foreign policy consequences for the U.S.
I want people to know that my compassion extended beyond the Palestinian people. My compassion is also for the Jewish people and for the Israelis as well.
Madawi's attorney is petitioning for his release, saying he's being punished for protected speech. Natalie Brand, CBS News, the White House.
And stick around. After this short break, JT will be back with a sports report you won't want to miss.
Katavi's drought imprisons all who stay. Even when rain arrives, relief is short-lived. The waters flood Katavi and pose new threats. Will these hunters survive until salvation comes?
Tonight at 8 on WNMU TV.
Welcome back to Public Eye News. I'm JT Demag, here to bring you today's sports breakdown. Starting off in the pool, where 3 NMU athletes have earned the GLIAC Commissioner's Award. Every year, 6 male and 6 female athletes with a junior, senior, or graduate standing are named. The award recognizes athletes who have excelled in both competition and classroom. Wildcats Camila Carbone, Mia Stranzi, and Leo Knowles of the swim and dive team were all nominated, marking the first time in school history where 3 athletes have been named simultaneously in 1 year. And for graduate student Carbone, it is her 2nd straight season earning this accolade. Congratulations to all of our Wildcats. And diving onto the ice now, where the Detroit Red Wings are set to face off against the New Jersey Devils tonight. Detroit skates into this one with a 38-35-7 record, being freshly eliminated from playoff contention. The Devils, on the other hand, have a 42-32-7 record, sitting comfortably in the 3rd wildcard spot. This will be the 3rd time this season both teams will face off against each other, with the series being tied 1-1. The Wings are led by youngster Lucas Raymond, who has totaled 78 points thus far this year, and Alex DeBrincat, who has lit the lamp 4 times over his previous 10 games. With the Red Wings having nothing to lose and New Jersey trying to gather some steam for the playoffs, look to see a fiery competition in this one. Puck drop is set for 7:30 p.m. And tossing it onto the diamond, the Milwaukee Brewers defeated the Detroit Tigers last night 5-0. A pitching clinic from the Brew Crew saw Quinn Preister absolutely dominate the Tigers' offense, allowing only 1 hit after 5 innings. The pitching prowess continued into the bullpen as the Brewers allowed just 1 hit all game. Milwaukee's bats were hot as the offense got to Tigers pitcher Jack Flaherty early when Rhys Hoskins hit a 440-foot shot to center field, followed by a Sal Frelick triple and a sac fly from Garrett Mitchell. The final game of this series has ended with the Brewers winning 5-1 earlier today, thanks to homers from Christian Yelich, Rhys Hoskins, and Sal Frelick. That's all for sports. Now back to the desk.
I think you got a sports update, JT. Toby, how are you feeling about those gritty Tigers?
Well, they dropped a couple there, but they're having a really hot start, so I think they can come back from that. Well, I hear you have another story for us, Luke.
That I do. NMU will be hosting the 29th annual celebration of Student Scholarship, an event that recognizes the scholarly work of both undergraduate and graduate students at Northern. Students will showcase their work ranging from research to artwork. The event will take place tomorrow, April 17th, and admission is free and open to the public.
Well, that's all the time we have at Public Eye News today. I'm Toby Camilli.
I'm Luke Niddle.
And we'll see you next time.
The preceding program was produced by WNMU-TV, Northern Michigan University Public Television, in studios located in Elizabeth and Edgar Hardin Hall.